Hey guys, Stormbreaker2312 here, and this is Wi-Fi match 26, and this is a match I really didn't want to post, but I post them anyway because I have to post, win or lose. The only battles I don't post are rental passes, and the occasional Uber battle gone wrong, and I'll explain that a little later in one of my future videos. But anyway, this is gotta be the absolute most frustrating battle I've ever had in my life, because I made like one of the stupidest mistakes ever at the end, and you'll see what that is, and I totally would have won had I not done that. Like, it would have been a guaranteed win if I didn't do that, so you guys are gonna see what happens here. We're at Neon Coliseum. Oh, this is just, this whole battle, it just drove me insane. I can't even believe it. But I have to move on anyway. Okay, so I went for a Flare Blitz on Steelix, which is cool. First mistake I made, I did an Ice Punch on Steelix. I don't know why, I always expect it to be super effective, but I always forget he's part Steel type. And yeah, I really should have done a cross chop. If I would have done a cross chop, I would have been a lot better off from the start. He switches out Electrode, sends in Gengar. So I do my Ice Punch. And this is where I realized, I was like, oh yeah, it's not going to do that much because it's not super effective. So that was mistake number one. I do the Flare Blitz. Does pretty good damage. I didn't take him out though, that's the sad thing. Steelix is just so bulky and difficult to take out. And yeah, that caused a lot of trouble for me. And I think, yeah, I went for a Flare Blitz again, but this time on Gengar. I was confident I could take out Steelix now. And I probably could have taken him out if I used like an Ice Punch again. But I went for the Cross Chop anyway, even though it's not 100% accurate. He does a Shadow Ball, which takes out Electivire. So that was disappointing. Another mistake I made, I could have swapped him for Porygon Z and then he wouldn't have been affected. Well, whatever. The Flare Blitz takes Gengar out, which is nice. And yeah, so that's good. He does the Earthquake again. This time I know I'm not going to survive that one, so right now I'm down 3-2. So I have Porygon Z and Spiritomb. And we haven't gotten to the end of the battle yet, the part where it gets frustrating. But we'll see how this goes. So yeah, I sent out my guys here. And I'm exerting my pressure. Here's where I choose to... Oh yeah, I go for an Ice Beam on Steelix because I know I can finish him off with that. His special defense isn't as high as his defense, so... I go for a Nasty Plot on Spiritomb, which was a good idea on my part. It was like one good thing I did so far. And there's the Ice Beam. Takes him out. So he's finally done. He gave me a lot of trouble. And here's the Nasty Plot. It's special attack Rose. So now it's 2-on-2, which is cool. And Ho-Oh is...
In terms of the number of remaining Pokemon,
he's got Ho-Oh and Electrode.
who will break this balance?
So I'm just going to go for a tri-attack on Electrode, since I should be able to take it out no problem. And for Ho-Oh, I go for a Dark Pulse. And we're soon coming to the moment where I made the biggest mistake ever. And I probably won't ever forgive myself for that mistake. It was terrible. Very, very frustrating. That's how it goes, I guess.
A huge amount of damage. It's down.
Everyone, well, I shouldn't say everyone, like lots of people make dumb mistakes every now and then. And
It couldn't survive the second hit and goes down.
I'm not quite as experienced, or I'm not nearly as experienced as a lot of players out there, but so I make more mistakes than others.
Both sides.
So here's my big mistake right here. I go for a Confuse Ray.
Both corners are in a tough
Like, I really should have gone for another Dark Pulse because I could have outlasted it, and like he basically, Flamethrower is his only attack he can do anything to me with, it seems. And here I go for the Confuse Ray. If I would have done the Dark Pulse, then I could have survived another Flamethrower and finished him off. But instead I go for this Confuse Ray, and then he has a Lumberry. So at that point I realized I was toast. Nothing I could do from this point. I mean, I could have maybe gone for another Confuse Ray. And perhaps luck might have saved me, but really? I messed up all my moves here. So had I not done that Confuse Ray, I would have been able to take him out this turn, and I would have just barely survived, so... It was still a really close battle, but yeah, it was very, very frustrating. That was like one of the worst mistakes I've ever made on PBR so far. So yeah, that's how it goes, I guess. But thanks everyone for watching. Rate, comment, subscribe. Have a good one, and I'll have 2 more battles up. Maybe not today. I should have 1 more up by today at least. And the other one might not be till tomorrow, but yeah. So yeah, thanks very much for watching, and stay tuned for my next battles.